First up, we're getting to you some breaking news coming in from Kabul, where a powerful explosion ripped through the central part of the city during morning rush hour today. Smoke was seen and warning sirens were heard from the US Embassy. And as per the initial reports, 24 people are reported to be killed in this blast in Kabul. Aditya Rajkol is tracking the developments for us, and he joins us now on the phone line. Aditya, any more clarity on how powerful this explosion was? What was the immediate target and what is the casualty figure?
Well, yes, the blast was quite powerful. Almost 2 hours ago, during the morning rush hour, we've been told that at around 8:58 a.m., the blast was triggered on the main gate of the NDS. NDS, of course, is the National Directorate of Security, which takes care of the security of the VIPs in the area, and in fact is the top secret agency, intelligence agency of Afghanistan. In fact, there are several schools and establishments near that area, including Ministry of Defense and the Presidential Palace. The latest reports suggest that close to 25 people have been killed and more than 50 people are injured and are getting treated in various hospitals in Kabul. But the casualty figures can increase because gun battle is currently on. We've been told that few terrorists have managed to sneak inside the NDS building, and that's where the gun battle is on currently. The ANSF, the ANA, and in fact the NDS, which is of course the army, the police, and the local intelligence are inside the area. The complete area has been blocked, but a major attack by Taliban, it has been condemned by President Ashraf Ghani as well, who referred to the recent attack in Kunduz, where Taliban was completely eliminated. But certainly, it is something that's ongoing right now. We'll have to wait for further details.
Okay, and is it a diplomatic area as well, Aditya, where this explosion has happened? Because, according to initial reports, sirens were heard from the US Embassy. Could that also be perhaps one of the targets?
Well, yes, this is basically central Kabul. The exact area where, the NDS is situated is Pul-e-Mahmud Khan area. And in fact, the embassies are not very far. The US Embassy is just a kilometer away, and that's why the sirens went off immediately and all precautionary measures were taken. I spoke to somebody in the Indian Embassy as well, which is close to 3 kilometers away from the blast location. Everything is safe within the compounds of the Indian Embassy. That's what I'm being told. The ITBP took precautionary measures immediately after news broke of the blast. So clearly, it was certainly, something that the Taliban wanted to convey, that they're still active, because President Ashraf Ghani has also referred to the recent attack in Kunduz, a city which came under attack by the Taliban. Close to 40 mercenaries of the Taliban were gunned down just a few days ago. In fact, there was an attempt last year as well to capture Kunduz when, an MSF hospital was targeted and several people were mercilessly killed. But clearly, yet another major attack by the Taliban in the heart of the Kabul city. People are shaken because there are several schools in the area, and there was complete chaos because parents rushed towards these schools to ensure safety of their children. But as of now, it's a fluid situation. There's ongoing gun battle in the area immediately after the blast, and the Taliban has claimed responsibility for this.
All right, Aditya, just stay with us. We're joined now on the phone line from Kabul by Javed Kakkar. He's a journalist stationed there. Mr. Kakkar, first of all, if you can just give us a check on the ground situation even as we speak. Are there more terrorists who are engaged in gun battle in that area?
Thank you for calling. It was an hour ago. A heavy blast jolt Kabul city early morning while the people were going to offices and children were going to school. The target was a VIP protection unit compound, which is under the presidential palace. That protects the high officials. The compound located on a road where ordinary people going to offices and schools. The Interior Ministry says the gun battle is still going on. More than 40 wounded people, most of them are civilians, taken to the hospitals.
So what are the officials saying in terms of the number of injuries and casualty figure at this point?
Eyewitness says around 6 people killed in the hospital. Sources says 40 people taken to different hospitals.
Okay, and Mr. Kakkar, do you have any clarity on what exactly was the target of the terrorists in this attack?
There is a protection, a security compound. We call it VIP protection unit. They provide security to high officials.
Okay, so that it seems was the target of the terrorists who really, when this explosion happened in morning. What more are the inputs there, Javed? If you can bring to us, the kind of situation that's emerging following that massive explosion in the area.
The area is surrounded by Afghan security forces, and the few insurgents are entered the compound, and they are firing upon security forces. The Interior Ministry says the special force arrived to the area, and they are start firing on insurgents.
And overall, Javed, would you say that we've seen a surge of sorts from the attacks from Afghan Taliban in the last 1 month, and also particularly since last Tuesday they announced a spring offensive, and maybe the failure of the Afghan government to bring these insurgents on negotiating table?
Yeah, from the last 10 days, the spring offensive started in several areas of Afghanistan. The Taliban, and they put pressure a lot on northern provinces, and especially in Kunduz province. But Afghan security forces do not allow them to enter to the city. And the Taliban faces heavy casualties in northern provinces. It is the first time they targeted a security compound in Kabul since they started the spring offensive.
All right. Javed Kakkar and Aditya Rajkol, thank you both for joining us and getting us those details on the story.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.